Hello everybody and welcome to our third lesson of teaching Arabic for non-native speakers. Last lesson we studied the writing patterns of Arabic letters. So in this lesson we will deal with the letters that can connect with both a preceding letter and a following letter. And we said we have the following group: the ba, the ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, sin, shin, صاد ضاد ط ض عين غين فاء قاف كاف لام ميم نون ياء. These letters can connect with a preceding and a following letter. We'll deal with each one separately, individually, and we'll show through examples how they really connect within the word. So we will start with the first letter in the group. Ba, b. There are various shapes for this letter, so we will go through these shapes all at once, then we study them one by one. This is the shape of the letter when it is in isolation, when it is an individual independent letter, not connected with any preceding or following letter. In the initial position, it can have the following shape that you can see in here. In the medial position, it can have two possible shapes. This is the first one, and this is the second one. In the final shape, it can also have two shapes. That is the first one, and that is the second one. So we will study these shapes with examples and study how they connect with a following and a preceding letter. But this also depends on whether the following letter or the preceding letter accept the connection. So we will start with the initial shape. This is how the letter looks like when it is in the initial position at the beginning of the word. As the letter has some kind of extension in here so that it is made ready for the following letter to be connected to. So that is the usual shape, but it has been extended a little bit so that it is ready for the following letter. As you can see, here is an extension. So we'll have an example, which is the word baqara, which means cow in English. Yes, this kind of cow. So these are the component letter of the word baqara. So we have al-ba, b, al-qaf, q or qaf, and al-ra, ra, and the ta. Now these are the individualized letters in their isolated shapes before the connection starts. And this is how they change. So that is the initial ba letter where there is an extension added to it. Then there is the qa, and we can notice two sides are ready to connect with the preceding and also with the following letter, giving it this shape. The same thing for the ra letter, which is also extended so that it connects with the preceding letter. You might ask why the R sound is not connected with the following letter and there is no extension. Well, the simple answer is that the R letter is a letter that can only connect with a preceding, not with a following letter. And finally, the final letter. Now when they connect, they come close to each other. So the ba will connect with the qa, with the ra, and the feminine indicator ta, or what we call ta marbuta, that we will explain later in a independent, separate lesson. So we get this form, the word baqara, which stands for cow in English. Here is another example of the initial B letter. The word we have here is basal, which means onion in English. That is onion. Again, these are the individualized letters that make the individualized letters that make the word basal. So we have al-ba here, ba, ba, sa, sad, and l, al-lam, basal. We'll see how they connect. Again, the ba will extend so that it is connected with the following letter, which is the sad, sa. The sa letter is having an extension to the right, an extension to the left, so that it can connect with a preceding and a following letter. An extension from here and another from there. The lam or the l sound is also extended to the right so that it connects with the preceding letter, as-sad. Together they make the word basal, and that is how they connect when the word is written in normal written form. So you get basal, basal, which means onion. Let's have an example when the ba is in the middle of the word, when it is in the middle, when it is medial. So we can distinguish two shapes where the pa sound is actually in the middle of the word. Here are some examples. So the extensions are added so that the shapes can connect with the preceding and the following letters. The word we have is the word Rabi'a, as a season, as Rabi'a, spring in English. That is an image representing Rabi'a or spring. We'll do exactly the same. We will have our individualized, isolated letters first. Then we show how they connect. So the R sound never connect with the following letter. So it will remain in its initial shape. The ba will extend a little bit so that it connects with the following letter, which is al-ya. We can notice how al-ya has changed shape. One extension to the right, one extension to the left, and it is made ready for the following letter, which is al-ain. Al-ain itself is also extended, giving some extension to the right so that it connects with the preceding ya letter. Okay, so here is an extension for the ba, here is an extension for the ya, here is another extension for the ya to the left, and one for the ain to the right. When they form the word Rabi', they come closer to one another and they give us the word Rabi'. This one, Rabi', meaning spring, as season spring. Here is another example showing how it is used in the medial position, but at this time we will have the second shape where the b is extended to the right and extended to the left so that it can connect with both letters to the right and to the left. The word we have is the word hibr, hibr, which is the word for ink in English, ink. We'll follow the same procedure. So individual letters first. Al-ha, ha. Al-ba, ba. Al-ra, ra. The ha will extend to the left so that it connects with the ba. So we'll have this shape. Here is the ba sound as well, where it has extension to the right and extension to the left, making it ready to connect with the preceding ha and with the following ra. That is the ra sound, also having its extension to the right, so that it is made ready to connect with the b sound in the same word. When those words come together, they come closer and they make the connection, giving us the word ink or hibr in Arabic. So here is the extension, as you can see it in the first letter, al-ha, 2 extension for al-ba, to the right, to the left, and 1 for the ra. They connect together and they come close to one another. They make the connection, giving us the word hibr, hibr. The final shape is when this letter is final, when it is at the end of a word, where we can also distinguish 2 shapes. This is the first one, as you can see it here, with an extension to the right, and this is the last one, or the second one, which is identical with the initial, which is identical with the individual isolated shape, which is not connected with any letter, neither preceding nor following. So here are the 2 shapes that we can find when this letter comes at the end of the word, when it is final. Let's go to the example. So extension is indicated here. The word we give as an example is the word qalb, as in heart. Qalb, qalb, human heart, if you like, heart. We'll have the individualized, not connected letters first, so that we can see how they connect. So al-qaf, qa, al-lam, l, and al-ba, p. We need to see how the ba will extend to the right, so that it connects with the preceding l sound. So I will start. The qa will extend like this, so that it connects with the following letter, al-lam. That is the extension indicated here, showing us the difference between the shapes of the letter when it is isolated and when it is initial. Similarly, in al-lam, the la is a sound that needs to connect with the preceding qaf and with the following ba, so it connects with both sides. So it has 2 extensions, one to the right, one to the left. Then comes our final ba, which has extension to the right, so that it can connect with the preceding l sound, as you can see in here. When they form the word qalb, they come close to each other or to one another, and they give us the word qalb, qalb. The final shape for the letter b is when it is connected with the previous letter, as we can see here, or when it is identical with the individual shape of the letter. So here is an example. We have the example of the word bab, which means door. This is an important example because it has the letter ba at the beginning of the word as well as at the end of the word. This makes it easy for us to see the different shapes of the letter in the same word. So that is what we talk about, door. We start as usual. We look at the individual letters that make the word bab. So ba, then a, then b. Again, bab. The ba will connect as in the initial shape, as you can see here, with a connecting so that it can join with the second letter, the alif, ba. In here, it's connected. Then there is the a, which also has a extension to the right so that it can connect with the preceding letter. Then the final b letter, which is identical with the individual letter, with the isolated shape. When they connect, they come closer to each other and they give us bab, bab. This brings us to the end of lesson number 3. Next lesson, we continue the same group until we finish all the letters that connect with the preceding and following letters. Until then, مع السلامة.